Hey YouTube, Urban Shift here. This is part 2 of my Bugout bag series, or EDC slash Bugout bag series, because this is a bag I do carry every day while at work. I'm going to cover my self-defense weapons in this bag, some water procurement, and cooking, and some tools. So here we go. So here are the contents of my weapons that I carry in my Urban EDC Bugout bag. I have weapons that I do carry on my person, as you guys can check that out on my EDC video. However, these are just kind of backup weapons. I've been a martial artist for a long time, and I feel comfortable using my hands, knees, elbows, to defend myself in a one-on-one situation, or possibly multiple attackers if I'm lucky. But the first line of defense for me, or self-defense for me, is verbal defense. Trying to defuse the situation verbally. So to me, that's probably the most important and useful weapon to have. When that doesn't work, these are the items that I carry. I have this is a Cali stick, or a eskrima stick. It's a Filipino martial art. It's a much longer stick. I just kind of cut this in half and wrapped it with some hockey tape for a better grip. I kind of feel like blunt force trauma to an elbow, a hand, a knee, possibly the head could diffuse an attacker situation relatively quickly. I carry a backup knife. This is, I forget which knife this is. I think it's the Gerber Profile. Not the best knife in the world, but this is a knife that I got really sharp, really pointy, and I just forget it and I leave it in this bag, and this is kind of a backup knife. But any knife in a self-defense situation, God forbid you really had to use it or slash or stab somebody, which would be really traumatic for me. But if I had to defend a loved one or save my life, you got to go there. So this is my Gerber Profile. The gun laws in New York City are pretty tough, so I don't have a concealed carry permit. This is actually a Gammo Pelican. Now, I don't really believe this is going to be a weapon, but I think of it as a deterrent. If I put it, it's got an 8-round, magazine, shoots pretty quickly. I put 5 in your face, I think you're going to have a problem, or, other parts of your body, where there's exposed skin, it's gonna hurt. So, again, I really don't think of this as a weapon. Maybe I can scare somebody with this, but, I think of it as a deterrent, if I needed to use this. So that's one of the reasons why I carry a Pelican. Now, I don't carry this. This is kind of like ghetto mace, but I wanted to use this as a reference point because I don't have anything in my kit for multiple attackers, or let's say a riot situation. So one of the items excuse me, that I wanted to add to the kit is some bear spray, a canister of bear spray, which I think would be a great weapon to have if I'm surrounded by multiple attackers, or a bunch of guys are coming at me. I think that would do some damage. So but then again, there's something like this, again, I wouldn't carry in my Bugout bag, but this is also not a bad weapon to have. So again, these are the items that I carry in my EDC bag: Cali stick, pellet gun, spare knife, and I'm planning on getting some bear spray for multiple attackers / riot situations. Okay, so this is my water procurement / cooking / tools. Basically what I carry is, of course, I have a metal container, which I can boil water in this using, which I have before, this little Esbit stove. Kind of put it on top. If I needed to boil water, I do carry dehydrated food, which I'll show in another video. But I think in an urban situation, really what I want is water. I'm not in a woodland situation or woodland survival situation where I would require water for survival, but you never know. So this is one of the containers that I carry to drink with and boil water. Another container I carry is this 2-gallon, plastic pouch, which and it has kind of like this little seal that goes in the water. But it's a pretty big pouch. I put 2 gallons of water in this. I think I'd be good to go. So this is a kind of a backup container that I store water in. In an urban environment, if I needed to get water, I carry this 4-way Silcock key, which allows me to open up, spigots outside of buildings, things like that. So I think this is a really cool tool to have, quite practical in an urban emergency. So I'd use that to fill up this and that. I boil my water on this. And this is kind of like a little Esbit stove. I have some spare fuel in here. And of course I carry a lighter. And in this Maxpedition pouch, I'm still working on this, just trying to fill this up with some tools. But for starters, I got, excuse me, I carry a vice grip. I also wear a Leatherman, so that's another tool that I have on me. I have this pretty cool, funky tool which has some, little ratchet set, screwdriver set, wrench set, some hex wrenches, that kind of a thing. Got this in a little Girl Scout rally for like $5. But it had a lot of tools, so it looks like something that I may be able to use in any kind of situation, whether it be emergency or not. And I also carry a Smith's sharpener for my Gerber profile or any other knives I have on me if I just kind of want to touch up the blades. But I'll be filling this up with some more tools that I feel are practical for me to be carrying in an urban situation. So there you go. That's my water procurement cooking / tool kit. Okay, so the next part of my kit is my first aid / hygiene kit. I carry a pretty robust first aid kit, with some bandages, ice packs, anti-diarrheal, ibuprofen, all that good stuff. So this is a pretty good kit that I carry in this little food saver bag. I carry a bandana, which is also part of my first aid kit. I'm constantly cutting myself, and this typically becomes my first layer of first aid. I do wear sunglasses, when I'm out and it's sunny, but I like to keep in my first aid kit this kind of like portable or disposable sunglass kit. I was in the city during 9/11 downtown, and the smoke that was blowing in the air, not the smoke but the dust, was unbearable. And so I always feel now that eye protection is something really important to have in any kit, and I don't always carry sunglasses with me. This is my hygiene kit, and just like anybody else, this hygiene kit, I have my toothbrush, toothpaste, some soap, some wipes, some antibacterial lotions, things along those lines. But I also carry, because of my twisted little prepper mind, some what they call Go Anywhere toilet kit. My reasoning behind this is, I hope I never ever have to use this, but if I'm in some kind of urban emergency situation where, loss of power, blackout, or I'm stuck in an elevator for hours and hours and I have to use the bathroom, I don't want to go on myself, and I don't want to go in the area that I'm stuck with. So, I did research these Anywhere Go toilets, and who knows? Hopefully they serve their purpose. It comes with some biodegradable powder, to reduce the smell and things along those lines. And then it came with this kind of sandy bag, which is a commode bed pad lining. You never know. And it also came with this Pee-wee unisex urine bag. Again, the scenario is I'm stuck in an elevator. Maybe I'm with a bunch of people. I'm not going to go on the floor. So, I decided to kind of keep this as part of my hygiene kit because my brain is pretty twisted. But there you go. Anyway, so that's my hygiene kit, my first aid kit. And we'll move on to my food and shelter. Okay, so this is my portable shelter kit. Like I said, this is my Urban EDC bag. I do have different Bugout bags, backpacks, camping backpacks, hiking backpacks, bushcraft backpacks, all filled with stuff at home. But this one is more tailored to an urban situation. In the event I couldn't get home and I couldn't communicate with anybody and I had to sleep outside, maybe I would sleep in a park or something along those lines. So the most important thing to me is warmth and to stay dry. So in this kit, this is kind of my portable, what I call it my Morris Krahansky kit, which is Morris Krahansky is this awesome bushcraft survival teacher, and he creates this kit with some drop cloth and mylar blankets. And this is more designed for a woodland environment where you had a long fire in front of you. That's not going to be my scenario. More than likely, I'm not going to be lighting any fires. So, but I would want to stay dry. So I carry this 2-person SOL mylar blanket. Could be my cover, could be my ground cloth, could be I make a mini, tarp somewhere or tent setup, wherever I'm at in that situation. Some hand warmers. Got a backup wrap. Carry a 55-gallon drum liner, and this is my favorite part of the shelter, which is 9x12 plastic drop cloth. This is probably 0.7 mil, so it's not really thick, it's not really durable, but if I needed to get out the rain and stay dry for a night or something along those lines, this would be my kit. I'd probably use this as my ground cloth, or maybe even a rain jacket, but I do carry a small rain jacket in my Urban EDC Bugout bag. So that's my shelter. Carry a couple of twist ties. I may need that for the shelter. Maybe some cordage. And I have these binder clips lying around, and I never use them, but I feel that they may come in useful if I wanted to kind of clip, the ends of the shelter or things along those lines, or maybe even hang stuff on them. So that's it, guys. This is my my Urban EDC mobile shelter. I'm gonna put the rest of the stuff on another video, so I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them. I'd be happy to answer them. And please subscribe, like, and that's it. And remember, preparedness is never part-time. Thanks, guys.